Oh my gosh, hello and welcome back to the channel. It has been a very long time since I have recorded a video, and for that I apologize. But before we start this video, I want to go ahead and give a content warning. Heavy topics get brought up during this video. I'm gonna cut the actual word out, and I'll also give another warning before the event takes place, but I just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware before we started that yes, things will be discussed that are heavy. With that out of the way, we can begin. So there's a content creator here on YouTube that I have been personally invested in for 8 years now. Her name is Amberlynn Reid, and if you don't know who Amber is, then good. Amber and Girl World as a whole is such a big deep dive, and it still has ongoing drama. So I'll warn you, if you enter into Girl World, you will never get out again. So join at your own risk. This video is not an introduction to Amber. You will need a lot of background information for this video to make sense. Now we're on to the fun part. This whole conversation about Amber versus Tammie, it all starts many years ago when Amber makes a video out of nowhere titled "My Aunt Hates Me Because I'm Fat." All of that was just the catalyst for what happened now. None of this would be happening right now if Amber would have just shut her big mouth up years ago. But Amber's not that type of girl to keep names out of her mouth. Hell, she only recently stopped talking about Beck after Beck announced that they had cancer. But even that's not true because Amber just yesterday, I think a day ago now, brought up Beck again. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, I've been writing this script for a long time, but oh my gosh, shit just keeps happening. So all of this happened the weekend after Emily came forward about Amber's horrible behavior. Tammie saw what was going on and finally had enough with Amber. So Tammie reached out to a reaction channel called Oh Lordy It's Jordy and called him while he was live streaming to speak out. I personally didn't know how to feel about Tammie when she first spoke out because it kind of seemed pretty obvious that Amber was a terrible person, so why speak out now? But looking back on it and after writing this script and everything, it's pretty obvious that Tammie has a lot of love for Amber, or did, I don't know. And for the longest time, she would only watch Amber's videos. If you only watch Amber's videos, then you're not going to pick up on all the disgusting habits that Amber does because she manipulates her audience. So it's understandable that Tammie wouldn't have picked up on all of those things. It wasn't until Amber got with Emily that Tammie started to see Amber for who she really was. So when Tammie called into Jordy's live stream, she says that she's had enough. She has many stories of Amber being a horrible person, which we already knew, but it did feel like Tammie just kind of needed to vent. And while Tammie's venting on Jordy's live stream, Amber decided to go live on her own channel and react to this live stream and call her a liar. Something to know about Amber is if she has proof, she will show it. It's only when she starts to hesitate and decide not to show something that 9 times out of 10 it turns out to be a lie. The reason I mention this is because Amber shows a text message how she was reaching out to Tammie, and this proof that she shows is real. Tammie and Amber have not spoken much over the last 2 years, but with all that being said, it doesn't matter. Tammie can still be irritated and agitated at Amber for how she is, even if it was 2 years ago. Because in my eyes, I'm pretty positive that a lot of us dislike someone from our past, like an ex-partner or an old bully from high school, even after years of not talking to them. So for Amber to find it strange that Tammie's upset at her for things that happened over 2 years ago, firstly, it's stupid. And secondly, hypocritical. Amber has spent the last 4 years trashing Beck and bullying them, even after Beck asked her to stop. Amber even still brings up things from her childhood as an excuse for her behavior now. And I'm not saying that she can't talk about her childhood and express her grief towards it, because I do believe that her childhood was bad and that she's not lying about it being bad. However, it's the fact that she only brings it up as an excuse for her horrible actions now. She's in her 30s. Her childhood is not her fault. But it is her responsibility to be better than her role models. To carry on, Tammie tells a story of how she was in a bad marriage and she had an affair with her now husband, which no, having a bad partner does not excuse cheating. Cheating is still wrong, but it is a reasoning. Tammie went on to tell her sister, Mama Lynn, about the situation that she's in, and Mama Lynn decides to tell Amber. Mama Lynn needed a place to stay, and so Amber tried to blackmail Tammie, knowing that exposing that information to her husband at the time would put her in danger. So obviously Amber is very against her aunt cheating, as anyone would be. But yet again, this is rich coming from Amber. Amber has cheated on almost every single partner she has been with. Not only that, but she's also been the other woman on multiple occasions, seeking out married women to try to control them. Another thing that gets brought up by Tammie is when Amber's mother was in prison. Amber had expressed to Tammie that she wanted to write letters to her mom. She bought all the supplies and even vlogged it. There's proof of this. But not surprisingly, Tammie exposed that Amber never wrote a single thing to her mom. Now, I would understand if Amber didn't want to write to her mom, as she wasn't close with her at the time. They had a complicated history. But the issue in this situation is that she expressed to her aunt that she wanted to do it and ended up backing out. Amber says that she felt something that told her not to, but I personally don't believe in spiritual crap like that. I think that she was just trying to cover up the fact that she was too lazy to do anything besides get something to eat. At the end of Amber's live, she calls her mom and gets caught in a lie. Amber at the beginning of the live stream said that her mom told her about Jordy's live stream, and Amber says this.
So today, my mom calls me and she was like, "Do you see what's happening?" And I was like, "What?" Because I'm telling you, I have tried so hard to just like not be on social media the last few days because I was like, I need a fucking break. Like, life is rough right now, okay? So my mom's like, "Do you see what your aunt is doing?" When I found out, my jaw was on the ground.
This to me indicates the fact that her mom knows what Tammie's doing. However, she also states this.
Yeah, this is my mom's sister. My mom is so hurt and shocked by this, and wait until she hears like what's happening now. My mom is gonna be so hurt.
So she doesn't know. Amber even calls her mom on live, and it seems like Amberlynn really doesn't give a shit. Jumping forward now, Tammie decides to go on Jordy's live stream again and clear a few things up. She also says that she has receipts. Amber goes on her own live stream and basically tells Tammie to square up. And surprisingly, Tammie actually does. And they schedule a live stream together where they're gonna talk. Amber out of nowhere decides to cancel the live stream. I don't know what anyone was expecting. Obviously, she was going to do that. So sometime after the live stream was canceled, Tammie posted some screenshots of a text conversation between her and Amber. And to be honest, the screenshots don't really show anything mind-boggling. There's not really much going on. Like I said, we already knew a lot of this information. We know Amber's a horrible person. The texts don't really show anything, too chaotic going on, but I digress. After that, Amber goes live and continues to talk shit about Tammie, and Tammie decides to fight back. She called Amber during her live stream.
That woman needs to go to therapy, not me. My aunt literally just tried calling me. Hello? Holy fuck. I messaged her and I said, "Stop calling me. Like, it's ruining my live stream."
Hello?
Hello?
I don't even know if I'll be able to hear her.
Okay, I hear myself through your audio, so can you, pause me?
Yeah, I just did.
So you're clearly watching my live stream, and I said I don't feel like doing this anymore, so why are you calling?
Because you can't run my name and multiple family members in the dirt for decades and think you're just going to walk away that easy. I'm finally done. I'm finally ready. I got the receipts. I got the proof. I'm not afraid of you, Amber, unlike all your other victims. I thought I had seen and heard everything that you've done over these years, but I was so blind by your manipulation. And when I seen half of the videos that I've seen with documented proof of how you treat people, not only in our family, but people in general, you are one vile, disgusting human being, and I want nothing to do with you ever again, including your mother. Your mother, your whole family, your whole Reid family is nothing but vile, disgusting degenerates.
Tammie does not miss a beat, and she starts going off. Amber has a smug look on her face, but Tammie pretty quickly wipes that shit off. An important thing to note here is Amber asks Tammie, "What did I do to you in the last 2 years?" I've already stated how stupid that is and how hypocritical it is, so we're going to continue forward. So after a while, Amber starts rocking back and forth, and she's now claiming that she was disassociating, that she wasn't in the right headspace, but I and a lot of other people think that Amber was just thinking a million miles a minute. In this moment, Amber couldn't just sit back, come up with the lie to tell her audience and make a video about it. This is live. And Tammie's changing subjects left and right, so Amber can't keep up. Tammie claims that the only times that Amber reached out to her first is when she wanted something. For example, a vape or drinks. And this is very fitting for Amber. Amber is the type of person to only keep you in her life if they can provide for her. She only keeps Mama Lynn around because Mama Lynn will drive her places. She kept Destiny around for the longest times because Destiny could drive her around places. Tammie also claims that Amber and Mama Lynn would go all over the place and didn't invite Tammie, and that Tammie could only see Amber if Amber was with her mom. This is all super weird because Amber claimed that all she wanted was a relationship with her aunt, but didn't take the time to invite her over, didn't contact her unless she needed something. She basically just didn't try. What I believe is that Amber didn't want her aunt to see her living situation. There's a lot of rumors that there's puppy pads everywhere because she doesn't take Twinkie out for walks. So if she did invite her aunt over, she would have to either clean that up or explain it away. Last time that Amber and Tammie were around each other was at Thanksgiving about 2 years ago. Tammie said that they had a great time, but after Thanksgiving was over, she was told that Amber and Mama Lynn were talking shit. So Christmas comes around and Tammie doesn't invite Amber or her mom. We're gonna pause for a second because the next part that gets brought up mentions rape and abuse. So if you want to go ahead and click off the video, you can, because it does get talked about on and off until the end of this video. So moving forward, Tammie expressed her disdain for Amber's treatment of her exes, specifically Casey. Casey was Amber's ex before she started her YouTube channel, and Amber has accused him of rape before. Casey eventually finds out that Amber is saying this publicly online, and he rebuttals. In response to Casey's video, she decides to write "Speaking Out," otherwise known as Rain and Petals Eavesdrop. In this poem, she backtracks and says that she used the wrong word, and in another video, she admits that whenever she says sexual assault, she also means sexual harassment, which is wrong because those are two different things. Amber's story now is that he coerced her into doing things. Casey would come out again showing a text message from Amber asking for sex tips. This is really strange behavior coming from Amber because of what she accused him of doing. Amber also blames her poor choices on BPD. And there's two things wrong with this statement. The first thing is that we have no idea if Amber actually has BPD. She's not shown any evidence. In different circumstances, you wouldn't ask someone to prove that they have a diagnosis, but this is Amberlynn Reid. She lies about everything, and she uses BPD as a crutch for her poor choices. And two, if she had BPD, there are many resources out there waiting for her. She has the money, she has the time, but she refuses to utilize them. So when she says she has unmedicated BPD as an excuse for her bad choices, it's unmedicated because she refuses to be medicated. She refuses help for her BPD. BPD is already so stigmatized, but having BPD doesn't magically make you a bad person. You can still choose to be a good person and have this disorder. Further on in the live stream, Tammie tells off Amber for treating her mom like shit. But honestly, I may make a separate video talking about how Amber treats her mom because it's a lot. Tammie then goes off on Amber about how she treats everyone and how Amber just pushes and pushes and pushes until people break. As Hector Kana put it, it's death by 1,000 cuts. There's no one big thing that makes people not want to associate with Amber. It's every little thing that she does. The live ends and Amber says that she wasn't ate up, but girl. Things went quiet for a while with Amber calling her aunt a gaslighter and a liar, but it's clear that she's just trying to cover up for the fact that her aunt read her to shit. The next big thing that happens is Tammie releases a video showing some screenshots of a conversation between her and Amber when Amber moved in with her ex Crystal. In these text messages, Amber expresses that she missed Casey. It's just like before with the message to Casey asking for sex tips. This is weird behavior coming from someone who accused Casey of assault. Amber goes live, and we're not sure if she's seen what Tammie has posted, but she does something truly awful in this live. Amber accuses Tammie of being a apologist, and that she forced kids to say that they lied about what happened to them. I don't think I really need to explain why you can't just say that about someone. Amber claims that Tammie would do these things to stay with him. We don't know which husband she's talking about. We don't know if we're talking about the ex-husband or the husband that she's with now. But if it's the ex-husband, Amber was disgusted that her aunt cheated on her ex-husband, right? She even tried to blackmail Tammie. Yet now all of a sudden she's calling Tammie an apologist because of her ex-husband who Tammie wanted to leave. I'm probably explaining it wrong, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. After Amber comes out with this tea, the people in Amber's chat start asking her for proof, and she gets mad that people don't just believe her. She says,
and then like the fact that no one's like, my aunt can like spew off the most random unhinged shit, and people are like just believing it. No one's saying proof or anything. Like, that's really sad.
and I actually have an answer to that. The reason that audience members don't ask anyone else besides Amber to show proof is because 9 times out of 10, they do show proof. Casey shows Amber's message. Destiny and Beck talked about it with each other reading text messages, and their stories were documented by Amber herself. Emily went on to Mr. Snowflake with text. Tammie, when she first spoke out, was asked by the audience to show proof, and now she has shown some. The only person who doesn't show proof in this whole story is Amber. I will also say that in this scenario, it would be difficult to show proof, but the statement goes for everything else that she claims to be false. She said that Beck lied, but Amber won't prove it. Destiny lied, but Amber won't prove it. Emily lied, but Amber won't prove it. Tammie lied, but Amber won't prove it. Amber is also just a known liar. Hell, in a video clearing up stupid lies that she made for no reason, she claims,
I'm not a liar.
and that in itself is a lie. Amber rage quits that live after not getting the response that she wanted, and Tammie uploaded a video calling Amber's statement slander, which they are, and the video ends with "see you in court." But we don't know if she's actually going to take it to court. It's time for Amber to get what she deserves. Amber also goes on to announce that she's going to be taking a break from social media. I doubt that it's going to last long, but I'm kind of hoping that it does because I've been writing this script since the drama started and things just kept happening. So that closes the book on everything that has happened in the Tammie versus Amber drama so far. I may have missed a few things, but like I said, I've been writing this script for God knows how long. I've been recording for almost an hour. I'm pretty tired. If you're interested in me making a video about Amber's history, the beef between Amber and Mama Lynn, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. God damn it. This is the second time the light has died mid-record session. Oh my god. I want to go ahead and thank you guys again for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll stay tuned for more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! I need a drink of water.